Once upon a time, in the seasons that predated the birth of our forefathers dead and gone, in the time when one could sip directly from streams that run the ground and yet were as clean could be, humanity had no stories to tell nor share, as stories were not ours to tell. They belonged to the Great One, the sky god, Niame. No grandmother could whisper them to her grandchildren. No village drummer could weave them, no matter how intricate into rhythm. The world was silent of stories until one trickster, Ananse, the Spider-Man, dared to change everything. Ananse, the man associated with the spider, was just as small, weak, and laughed at by all, just as the spider was laughed at by the animals. But he was clever, and his cleverness was his weapon. One day, he climbed atop the roofs up to Niame, the sky god, and there he made a daring request. "Oh, Niame, the Great One, grant me the stories of the world so that they may be told among men and passed down from generation to generation." Ananse, you? What can you give me in exchange for this request? Okay, I dare you to bring me 3 impossible things. The python who swallows men whole, the leopard who hunts with fury, and the hornets that sting like fire. Bring them, and the stories will be yours. Ananse was stunned by this request, but he was not a man to back down or cower, so he set out first for the great python. He carried with him an extremely long stick and walked boldly into the forest. After days of walking deep into the forest, he chanced upon the mighty python. He bowed and quickly said, "O mighty one, the people argue about you. Some say you are shorter than this stick, others say longer. I have risked this travel just to help you prove them wrong." Flattered by his words, the python lay and stretched beside the stick. Swift as lightning, Ananse lashed him with vines. Trapped, the first quest was done and dusted. Next came the leopard. Ananse dug a deep pit and covered it with leaves. That night, the leopard tumbled in. On the morn of the next day, Ananse emerged from behind a big tree where he had quietly observed his plan in action and called out to the leopard. "Oh, friend," Ananse cried sweetly, "let me help you out." He spun a strong web rope and feigned helping, but instead of pulling him free, he bound the leopard tighter. The hunter was hunted. The last test and most dangerous, the hornets. Their sting could kill a man in a matter of seconds. Ananse waited patiently for rain. When he sensed a storm approach, he approached the hornet's nest with a gourd. Soon the rain poured. He raised the gourd and shouted, "Wise hornets! Why stay and get drenched in the rain? Come into this safe, dry gourd." The hornets, without thinking twice, swarmed inside. Ananse immediately corked it shut. The third prize was his. When Ananse returned, Niame was intrigued. The witty little Spider-Man had indeed done what had seemed impossible. And so, the supreme sky god declared, "From this day, all stories shall belong to you, Ananse. Go, tell them to the world." And that is why to this very day the tales we tell by firelight are called Anansisim, the stories of the spider. And so, remember ye these lessons. Cleverness can outwit strength. Blind trust can bring a person misery. The smallest among us may weave the greatest legacy. Anything you believe and set out to do, you can achieve. The stories you hear today began with a spider's web. Just like an ant shared the gift of stories with the world, you too can pass this one forward. If this tale caught you in its web, leave a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe so you never miss the next story. Because the web of Ananse is still being woven.